Today's focus is going to be the first chakra, the root chakra. And things that you need a yoga mat. If you have one, a towel would be nice if you need to extend your reach for when you do a standing hand to big toe. And then blocks if you have them, yoga blocks. Okay, we're going to start on our back. So for this one, you can either have your legs straight or your legs bent, kind of walk those feet out and allow the knees to fall into each other. Your arms can be down to your side with your palms up or on your belly or your chest. Take a nice deep cleansing breath. Expand out the shoulders, draw your shoulders away from your ears, and close your eyes.
The Sanskrit word for the first chakra is Muladhara, which means root support or foundation, and it's located at the base of the spine and includes the legs as roots. The element associated with the first chakra is earth. The color is red and the mantra sound is Lam. Since the root chakra corresponds to the element earth, it represents everything solid, the practical aspects of our lives, basic survival, and physical needs. This includes your basic needs such as food, water, shelter, and safety, as well as your more emotional needs such as trust and letting go of fear. Its purpose is to ground us and give us stability, a foundation for growth in other areas. Imbalances in this area can show up as anxiety disorders, fear, panic attacks, worry, anger, disconnectedness, or nightmares. Physical imbalances connected with this chakra are problems in the colon, with the bladder, with elimination, or with lower back, leg, or feet issues. Eating disorders may also be a sign of root chakra imbalance. The root chakra is located at the base of the spine and includes the legs as connectors between the earth and the spine. As Judith Anadea suggests, think of these roots like two prongs of a plug. When you plug your legs and feet into the ground, you generate energy for the rest of your body. Think about what helps us feel a strong foundation and stability in our lives. Cleaning up our finances, organizing our calendar, workspace, or home environment. Having disorganization can make our energy feel scattered and drain us. One way to shift this is to take just one small step or focus on one area to spend our time cleaning up, organizing, or taking care of a task or loose end we've been putting off that will make us feel more grounded and stable.
Using that breathing as an anchor, maybe focusing on the tip of your nose as you inhale and exhale. Go ahead and make your way up to seated position. We're going to go into Sukhasana, which is easy pose. Your legs are bent. And bring your hands to your knees. We're going to inhale, lengthen through our spine. And exhale, round out and kind of pull against those knees if you want to. Pull the belly button in and then inhale. A bit more of an exaggeration with the expansion of your chest. And then exhale, rounding out. Coming back to that straight upright position. And we're just going to do a few circles with our body. So circular direction to your right side a few times. And then switch around and go in the opposite direction. Okay, once you finish with that, we're going to lengthen up through the spine, slight tuck of that chin, reaching that crown of the head up to the ceiling and lengthening out through your neck. You're going to inhale. Exhale, gentle twist, looking to your right. You can look back over that back shoulder. Inhale back to center and exhale to the opposite side. And now reaching both hands behind your back, clasping your hands, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Expand your chest as you lift your arms away from your body. And then clasping those hands in front, go ahead and point your index finger. You're going to reach forward, opening up to those shoulder blades, pulling that belly button in, chin to your chest. Draw your elbows together. Inhale, lift up. If this doesn't feel good on your shoulders to have your hand clasped, you can keep them open. Exhale, side bend to your right. Inhale, lift back up. Side bend to the left. Inhale, lift up, and then bringing those hands to your heart center. From here, we're going to press through those hands, drawing those forearms together if you can. Elbows lift up as high as you can, and then open, sliding down the sides. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale. Exhale, open. And last time. And exhale, open. Okay, rolling those shoulders a few more times to the back and then to the front. Bring your right leg out to the side as your left leg bends. Now your foot's going to be more towards the inner portion of your thigh. And you're going to turn your body toward that straight leg. And we're going to do nose to knee or Shavasana. So you're going to reach with that nice flat back towards your foot. If you can reach your foot, great. If you can't, you can just put your hands down on the ground and then slowly draw that nose to the knee. If you have that towel handy, you could also wrap it around. If you have a yoga strap, that works too. Inhale, coming back up, and we'll switch over to the opposite side. This one I can get my foot in a little bit closer. And then make sure you're turning your body toward that straight leg first, and then make your way on down. Nose to knee. Inhale, back up. We'll do both legs straight. On this one, your toes are pointing up or maybe a little bit to the back. So we're opening up that inner thigh, walking those hands forward. Scooch back a bit. And then bringing those feet together into a butterfly position, Baddha Konasana. Again, you can bring your heels in as close as you want to your body, and then move into a gentle forward bend. Inhale, lengthening that spine. Go ahead and step those feet up. Going to lean back just slightly, and we're going to do that windshield wiper side to side. Warming up and opening up those hips. Inhale, knees come up. Exhale, bring those knees to the side. And one more set. Okay, let's move into a tabletop position. Once you're there, we're going to do a tail wag. Get my towel out of the way. So you have those palms underneath the shoulders and the knees, draw up underneath the hips. Nice neutral position with that spine. I kind of press into my fingertips so I'm not holding all the weight back at my wrist. And you're going to look over your shoulder as you bring that right hip up to the rib cage, providing your tail. And then opposite direction, left hip lifts up as you look over the left shoulder and just go side to side. Inhale as you come around, and then exhale as you squeeze off that space on the side. Do a couple more. And then walking those hands forward into more of a modified plank. So drawing those knees back, hips lower down, tuck your tailbone under and pull that belly button in as you press into those fingertips. We're going to do a few push-ups here. If you want to do your full push-ups and curl your toes under, and curl your toes under, go to that full plank and lower yourself down. Elbows right to the rib cage and come back up. So building up some strength. So then we can lose a little bit if we haven't been doing it. So we'll get right back to that strengthening. You can do these a few every day and build up. Try a couple more. And last one. All right, great job. Just double checking when you're lowering down that you kept that really solid plank. And if your strength's not quite there yet, you can just do little ones, and slowly you're going to build up that strength so you can go lower and lower. So now we're going to lower all the way down to our mat. Your stomach is connected, or your abdominals are connected, and we're going to do locust. So your chest is straight down, your gaze is straight down, your legs are straight. And what I like to do is start by pulling my belly button up and in. So I'm engaging those abs. Then I'm going to push slightly my pubic bone down onto the mat, and I'm going to squeeze and engage my glutes. So when I lift up, I'm not putting a lot of pressure on my lumbar spine, my lower back. So we're going to inhale, lift up, upper body lifts, legs lift. Shoulders pull back and down. Exhale down. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale back down. 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. And again, inhale, lift up. You're going to lengthen your spine. So try not to squeeze and crunch off that low back. Squeeze those glutes. Engage those muscles in your legs. Lower down. And last time. All right. Excellent. Hands below the shoulders. Squeeze those elbows tight into the body. Inhale, press up. And then exhale, we're going to extend out that right leg to the side, your heel down, and you're going to draw those hips back toward the heels. To the heel. Inhale, back up. We'll switch sides. Right comes in. Left leg extends out to the side. Put that heel down, and it's in a straight line, meaning if I drew a line from my heel to my knee, it would be in the same line. So check that, and then you're going to sit that bottom back toward that back heel. Now, I won't be able to go down all the way on this one, but just as far as I'm going actually feels really good on that inner thigh. So go back as far as it feels comfortable for you. Inhale back into all fours. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Lengthen that spine, chest is open, look straight ahead along the horizon. And then exhale back into a neutral position. All right, let's walk those hands forward a few inches, maybe 5 or 6. Curl your toes under, and we're going to exhale into downward facing dog. Once we're there, we're going to inhale, lifting those heels up. We're going to kind of stretch out the arches of the feet, rub on the balls of the feet, stretching through the toes. Exhale, draw those heels down, ears between the upper arms, tailbone back and up. Try to get a little more space between the vertebrae. Inhale, lift up. Exhale down. Actually, I should say vertebrae. We're talking about plural. Inhale, lift up. And exhale down. And last one. Exhale down. Okay. Inhale. Let's come back to a plank position, or you're welcome to do modified plank, pressing through those fingertips. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale into cobra. Connect the hips. Expand through the belly and the chest. Shoulders back away from the ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, drawing that knee into the chest. We're going to step through the hands. Inhale, let's lift up into a crescent lunge. That back heel stays lifted. We're going to do cactus arms here. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, step back into plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra. Remember, shoulders draw away from the ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, draw that knee into the chest and step up through the hands. Again, that could be one giant step, a few little ones. Inhale, lifting up into that crescent lunge. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, step back into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up. Open up the hip just a little bit more. Bring that heel towards the bottom. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest. Inhale, leg comes behind. Knee comes to the outside elbow. Inhale, back up. Knee comes across the body to the opposite elbow. Inhale up. And exhale, bringing that leg down. Let's go ahead and draw the hips, or draw the knees down. And come on up, we're going to give those wrists a little bit of a break. So coming up onto those knees, we're going to take your hands like you're going to tuck them in your back pockets. Push the heel of the hand along the sacrum. We're going to start by pushing those thighs forward, right down by the knees. Making our way up to the hips, expand through the belly and the chest. Look straight up. Pull those elbows back toward each other. And then before we go down, go ahead and clasp those hands. Do a few arm circles, wrist circles, not your full arm, in opposite direction. Okay, let's go back into that downward facing dog for the other leg. Inhale as we prepare. Exhale, pressing through those fingertips. Let's come back down. Ears between the upper arms. Left leg comes up behind. When you're ready, you're going to open up that left hip. Try to even out the weight on both hands. Exhale, heel to the bottom. Inhale, lift that leg back up. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest as you move more to a plank. Inhale up. Knee to the outside elbow. Inhale, back up. Knee to the opposite elbow. Inhale, back up. And exhale, bringing that foot to the other foot. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step up toward the hands. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, sitting into chair. Expand through that chest. And exhale, pressing those hands up and open. Okay, we're moving to our flow sequence. We're going to need our towel nearby, possibly, or a strap. So just have that ready. We're not going to do it on the first round, but we'll add it in on the second round. So we'll start in mountain position at the top of our mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sitting into chair. Inhale, lifting up. I call this the Karate Kid or stork pose. Knees up, hands open. Exhale, we're going to step back. I actually have my blanket in the way, so if you have a blanket, you're going to move that out of the way. Step back. We're preparing. We have warrior one legs. We're going to prepare for humble warrior. So clasp those hands behind our back. That feels comfortable. Open up the chest. If that does not feel comfortable on your shoulders, you can just bring your hands to your hips. And then we're going to lean forward as we draw our chin to our chest. Humble warrior. Inhale, lifting up to warrior one, sweeping those arms up. Warrior two. Inhale, we're going to lengthen out that front leg in a triangle. Exhale, you're going to switch those hands to a revolved triangle. So this is one where you might want to extend your reach with a block. Also, I really prefer those toes to come in a little bit more on this one, so you get that nice revolve to the other side. Inhale, bring that hand down, nose to knee pyramid. You might need to shorten up your stance here. Exhale, step that back foot, lower the hips down into a lunge position. Step back in a plank. Right arm lifts up. We're going to side plank. Exhale here. Inhale back to regular plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes back behind, three-legged dog. If that feels comfortable to you. If not, you can stay in down dog. Exhale, drawing that knee in, step up between the hands. Keep that back heel lifted, moving up into crescent lunge. And then we're going to go into a twist. So you can bring those hands together. Back of the upper arm goes on the thigh. Stack those hands. Draw that top elbow up to the ceiling as you squeeze that shoulder blade back on the top. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, bringing the hands down on each side of the foot. We're going to come up into standing split if that feels comfortable to you. So shift that weight to that front leg. You're going to lift the back leg up as high as it feels good. Nose toward the knee. Inhale, stepping together. Lengthen out that spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sitting back into your chair. Open up through that chest, belly button in, and then pressing through those heels up and out. All right, we'll try everything on the opposite side. You can refresh those feet. Inhale, arms up. Exhale into your chair. Inhale, lift up, raising that left knee up. Exhale, stepping that foot back or preparing for the humble warrior. So that back foot's at 10, 11 o'clock. Kneecap same direction as the first two toe, or the second and third toe. Humble warrior. Inhale, lifting up into warrior one. Warrior two. Check in with that front kneecap, same direction as the toes, straight forward. Lengthening out that front leg. Again, if you need to shorten up your stance, you can. Triangle. Exhale into revolve triangle. That back foot can turn in just a little bit more, allowing that twist. Inhale into pyramid, nose to knee. You can lengthen out that spine here. Exhale, step that back foot back, heels lifted, low lunge here. Inhale, step back into plank. Exhale, lift the left arm up, side plank. Inhale, back to regular plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up behind. Exhale, bending that knee, stepping up through the hands. Inhale, lifting up into crescent lunge. Exhale, drawing those hands together. Do a twist to your left. So take that back of that right arm over the left thigh. Press that top elbow up to the ceiling. Squeeze that shoulder blade back. Check in with your back leg. Make sure you have a nice strong back leg. Squeezing those muscles into the bone. Inhale, let's lift those arms back up. Exhale, bringing your hands back down. Stepping that weight into your front foot. If you're ready, you can do your standing split now. Lifting that back leg up, nose to the knee. And then exhale, stepping down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sitting back in the chair. Exhale, pressing through those heels, up and out. Okay, this next round through, after we do our Karate Kid stork, if you want to, we're going to do standing hand to big toe. So you can take your first two fingers between your big toe and your second toe, or you can use a strap or a towel to wrap around the arch of your foot. So I'll take you through that when we get to it. Coming to Tadasana at the top of your mat, palms open to the front. Inhale, arms up. Exhale into chair. Inhale, lifting up into that stork pose. Right leg's lifted. If you want to take the first two fingers between your big toe and your second toe, you can. I'll show with a towel first. From here, you're going to extend out that leg in balance. You're You can hold it here, or you can take both ends of your strap or your towel in your right hand against your right leg. Keep that solid standing leg. Bring your left arm out to the side in T position and see if you can open up that leg to the side with the toe pointing straight up. Now, if you are pretty tight in your hamstring, it might be a lot lower than mine is. So you don't want to tip that body over. You want to stay standing straight up. And then coming back to the front. And coming in. Go ahead and get rid of that towel. And we're going to step back into those warrior feet and preparing for humble warrior, clasping those hands behind the back. We're just putting them back. And then coming forward with the chin to the chest. Inhale up, warrior one. Warrior two. Inhale, lengthening that front leg, triangle, and not pushing any weight into that shin. Revolve triangle. Remember, turn that back foot in a little bit. The toes come forward a little bit more. Inhale into pyramid. Exhale, step that back foot back, lower those hips down. Inhale into plank. Exhale, open that right arm into side plank. Really press through that standing arm. So strong shoulder here. Neutral position with your neck. Back to regular plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, drawing that knee in. Step up between the hands. Inhale, lifting up into crescent lunge. Exhale into twist. Again, you can stack those hands and do the twist this way or this way, either way. Inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, back into the hands to the floor through lunge. And then moving to standing split. So weight forward, nose toward the knee. Stepping together with your exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lowering the hips. Inhale, pressing up through those hands, and exhale out. All right, other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale into chair. Inhale, lifting that left knee up. Here's we do your towel, or I'll show this time with the first two fingers between the big toe and the second toe. I'm going to take that other arm out to the side, pressing that heel straight forward, and then opening to the side if that feels comfortable. Inhale back to the front. And exhale, coming down. You're going to step that leg back. Chest is open. Exhale into humble warrior. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale in the triangle. Exhale, revolve triangle. Make sure you turn that back heel in a little bit more, toes to the front. Inhale, nose to knee pyramid. Lengthen out your spine here. Exhale, stepping back, blue lunge. Inhale into plank. Exhale, lifting that left arm up, side plank. Inhale, back to regular plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, step up through the hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, turning to your left, go into that twist. Either one's fine. Strong back leg. Inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, hands come on each side of that front foot. Weight comes to that front leg. Inhale, lifting up to standing split. Exhale, drawing that foot down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, sitting into your chair. Inhale, pressing through those heels, lift up, arms straight to the ceiling, and exhale, open. All right, we're going to switch positions. So you're going to stand with your feet wide and your toes are pointing to the corners of your mat. Inhale up into 5-pointed star. Exhale, drawing those hips down as you truck those kneecaps, same direction as the toes. And then inhale up. Exhale, lower down. Goddess, this is Utkatasana Konasana, goddess. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lowering down. This is good for my knee, but I want to make sure I'm in the right position. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. All right, a little variation on this. Inhale, lift back up to your 5-pointed star. When you do your goddess, you're going to draw those hands down to your thighs, and you're going to lower down that left shoulder as you look over to the right. Perhaps still same direction as the toes. Hips are low, inner thighs open. Inhale, slide those arms back up. And then exhale, we'll go to the opposite side. Do that one more time on each side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale into your revolved goddess. Inhale, lift up. And exhale to the other side. Inhale, lift up. I'm going to turn those toes in. The pointing in and the outside edges of the feet are parallel with your mat. Exhale, we're going to leave at that heart center. Push that tailbone back. Nice flat neutral position with that spine as you come down. And then soft knees as you go to your wide leg floor fold. Relax that head and neck. Kind of shake it yes and no. Inhale, go ahead and plant your left hand right on the center inside. If you need to use your block, go ahead and do that. Exhale as you bring the opposite hand up to the outside. And when you do that, try to keep those hips even with each other so they're not moving and popping to the side. And then switch. Inhale, exchange those hands. Exhale, open to the opposite side. And then walking those hands. And I take your left hand over to the right, to the right foot, the ankle. Kind of allow my ear to fold into that upper arm. And then walking those hands over, and now you're just going to switch. So that right hand's going to go to the left ankle. And again, allowing that neck, that ear to kind of just fall into that upper arm. And check in with those hips. Make sure that they didn't slide over to the side there. They're still even. And then walking those hands back. Again, if you have your block to extend your reach, that's fine. You wrap one hand behind each ankle. And allow that crown of your head to draw down to the floor, to your mat. And breathe. Okay, both hands on your mat or the floor. Go ahead and toe heel those feet in so they're just a little bit wider than hip distance apart. We're going to go into garland or malasana. As you do that, you're going to draw those hips down. The elbows come on the inside. And you go into this prayer position. Now, this is as far as I'm going to be able to go down, but some of you will be able to bring your hips all the way down. You can sit on a block or two right underneath that pelvis there, right underneath those bones. Or you can just hold that position. And then once you're there, try to expand through that chest so that you're not rounding. And then pressing, everyone's going to press through the heels, whether your hips are high or low, and lift up with those leg muscles and the belly button pulled in, core muscles, walking your feet in, and then open back to Tadasana. Okay, from here, let's make our way down to our mat. We're going to go into boat pose next. So you have your Well, if you want to grab a blanket, that might make things a little more comfortable for your tailbone. You're going to bring those legs up one at a time, wrapping the hand behind the thigh. Once you're there, extend out those arms, open the chest. Here we are in supported boat. If you want to release those hands and balance, you can. And I'm going to give you an option here. You can either hold this out here, you can hold the hands, or you can scoop that belly button in, tuck your tailbone under, lengthen your legs, and your palms are going to go up. And then you're going to pull those knees in as you come back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Really pull that belly button in, tuck that tailbone under. We'll do one more time. And lift up. All right, great job. Okay, feet come down. Make your way down one vertebra at a time. So nice and slow. Tucking that tailbone under, connecting your sacrum, and then the lumbar, and then thoracic, that mid-back. Eventually bringing that head back. Arms come above your head. Stretch those legs out. Nice deep breath in. Nice big stretch. Open the fingers, open the toes. Drawing your knees into your chest one at a time. And then opening up into happy baby. You're bringing those feet back together one at a time, and soles of the feet stay together as you open those knees out to the outside. We're doing reclined butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. My right side, because of my knee, it just feels so extremely tight. In this position, this was a new learning experience for me, making it so many years without an injury and then being so limited, but it's good. It's all good experience. Okay, drawing those knees together. We're going to cross our right leg over the left. Once you do that, go ahead and circle that ankle around a few times in each direction. Draw that bottom heel up towards the bottom. The arms are going to spread out into a T position. And you're going to draw your knees to the side. It doesn't matter which side you go. We'll go both ways. But as you do that, you might have to lift your hips up and scooch them back a little bit. So we want to try to create this straight line with our torso. And then just allowing those knees to fall to the side. And once you do that, it might feel better to have a little support under your legs here. So if you have a block or a pillow or your blanket to put under there, that's an option. Before we move to the other side, I would like you to engage your abs to support your spine. Come on up. And then keep your same leg crossed. Go and moving your legs over to the right. And you can scooch back that hip to create a nice torso. Putting a pillow or block underneath the knees. And coming back, engaging those abs, coming back to center. Go ahead and switch and bring the left leg on top. And start to circle that ankle around a few times in each direction. And then when you're ready, go ahead and draw those legs over to the side. Doesn't matter which direction you go. And if you want to scooch those hips back, you can. This is a deep belly twist. And then engaging those abs, coming back to center. We'll just switch over to the opposite side. Coming back to center, engaging those abs. And we'll move to our Shavasana. And this is where at the end of the playlist is a guided, very short guided meditation by Deepak Chopra for the first chakra. So you can go ahead and, if your playlist is playing and it's ready to go, that's fine. Or you can go ahead and forward it to that one. You're starting to have some a little bit more deeper, fuller breath, bringing your awareness back into the room. You're welcome to stretch or roll to your side, taking your time, making your way up to seated position. And as you move throughout the rest of your day, just keeping in mind that anchoring with your breath and connecting with the earth energy to ground yourself and connect with the purpose of that first chakra, your root chakra. Coming on up. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Lengthening out your spine, bringing the hands to the forehead. Namaste.